Hello friends! Can you believe that it is the last Sunday of the year? How crazy is that? What are some memories you created over the past year? Pause the video now and talk about it with your family. Maybe you did online school for the first time, or you learned a new talent. Maybe you built the biggest blanket fort ever. And if you haven't built a blanket fort yet, you should try it. It's so much fun. Well, I had lots of fun this year too. We started Kidzone online, we had so much fun during summer camps, and we made some new friends like Bo and Thea. These past few weeks, we also learned a lot about Sermon on the Mount, as you can see. And today, we're going to add one last piece. We are going to learn that following Jesus is the best way to live. So let's add a footprint to our mountain. In our Bibles today, Jesus talks about having a strong foundation, and we're going to learn what that means. But first, let's thank God for this morning. So take your right hand and your left hand and smack them together, and let's talk to God. Dear God, thank you so much for guiding us through 2020. It was an interesting year with lots of new different things coming our way, but you remained the same and you loved us through it all. We are so excited to be adding one last piece to our Sermon on the Mount. We thank you and we love you and we can't wait for the new year. In your precious name, Jesus, amen.
Let's begin by opening our Bibles to Matthew 7:26-27. It says, "But everyone who hears my words and does not put them into practice is like a foolish man. He builds his house on sand. The rain comes down, the water rises, the winds blow and beat against the house, and it falls with a loud crash." Jesus is talking about people who listen to his word, but don't follow them, and compares them to someone who built his home on the sand. If you build your house on the sand and the rain comes, the whole house will come crashing down. That doesn't sound good. Let's learn more about building a strong foundation in this next video.
Genesis, guess what?
What's up, Andy?
I got a new dog!
That's amazing!
I know, her name is Sandy. And you know what? She's inspired me to do some more building.
Oh boy.
That's right, Sandy needs what every dog needs.
Let me guess. An automated back scratcher, a voice translator so it could speak English.
No, but those are great ideas. Let me file those away in my brain for later. Okay, got it. No. She needs what every dog needs, and that is a doghouse.
Oh, a doghouse?
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't sound like it's gonna blow up. Let's do it.
Only blew up once. What are you doing?
Well, I was just getting the wood for the doghouse.
Wood for a doghouse? Genesis. Don't you know? Wood is hard. Sandy wouldn't like that. That's why I'm building Sandy a fabric doghouse. Soft and luxurious.
Fabric may be soft and comfortable, but it's not sturdy enough. You need a strong doghouse with a sturdy foundation. What are you going to use for your foundation?
I'm glad you asked. I'm going to use this soft and oh so squishy pillow.
Andy, you need a solid foundation. Otherwise, it'll collapse when it's windy.
Nonsense. Nothing I build would ever collapse. Sandy's comfort is my top priority.
But Andy, see this foundation? It helps support the walls. That way it doesn't collapse.
Who would want to take a nap on that? It's so hard. I have an idea. Let's have a doghouse showdown. You build your strong but hard and rigid and uncomfortable doghouse, and I'll build my soft, luxurious one fit for a queen, which is what Sandy is, of course, a queen.
Okay, if that's what you want.
1, 2, 3, 4.
time to put our doghouses to the ultimate test. Let's see which one Sandy likes best.
And which one holds up better. We're gonna do a wind test. Let's go to my lab.
Lab? You have a lab?
Yep.
Genesis, you have a lab? All right, Sandy, which do you like better? My super plush puppy palace or that cold hard wood one that Genesis built? Let's find out. Here you go. Be free.
Maybe this will help her decide. Put these on, Andy.
Okay, if you say so. Whoa, those are really yellow. Wait, where are you going?
See, Andy? Your house didn't have a firm foundation. Your doghouse couldn't even stand up. Aren't you glad that Sandy wasn't in your doghouse? Even Sandy knows which one to pick.
Well, Genesis, I guess you're right again. It is important to have a firm foundation. What was that thing you were talking about earlier? Dog translator. Join us next week when we build a dog translator with a cell phone and a whole lot of duct tape. Ooh, I like it.
As you can see, Andy's house blew right over because it had a weak foundation made out of fabric. But the doghouse by Genesis had a strong foundation. Let's explain more through an example.
Hannah-Lee is going to try and build a really tall tower, but she is going to build it on top of a tub of water. Let's see how she does. We've been talking a lot about building a strong foundation, and we saw how important it is for building dog houses and towers. But what does having a strong foundation look like in our lives? Well, the strongest foundation for our lives is Jesus. Following Jesus is the best way to live because he will always lead us in the right direction. Weaker foundations are things like money, popularity, or other religions. If we follow those things, we will always end up disappointed. Life here on earth isn't happy all the time. Things don't go the way that we want, and sometimes we face really hard storms. If we try to follow money and cool toys to make us feel better, it's like building our house on the sand. We'll collapse through the storm. But if we follow Jesus, he will help us keep standing through the storm by giving us a foundation of peace and love. This week, let's commit to following Jesus and building our houses on the rock, not the sand. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the new year, friends.